Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I hope you are having a fantastic day. In today's video, I want to share my very first candle haul of 2025. And it is a Kringle candle haul. This is probably less than ideal timing to share a Kringle candle haul. Kringle is going through a lot of changes right now, and yeah, there's a lot happening. There's a lot of feelings around that, a lot of different opinions about that. But like I said in my community post a couple days ago here, I'm gonna keep sharing the good stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, this is like the best of the best here. So this particular haul is all repurchases. I already know that I love all of these things. The reason that I purchased these items was because like Kringle does at the end of every single year, they have an amazing clearance sale that takes place kind of starting a couple days after Christmas and into the new year a little bit. And luckily enough, the stock kind of held and it allowed my candle budget to reset. I was kind of worried that some of the things that I wanted would already be sold out by the time that I was able to actually make my purchase. If you're new here, I'm really strict with my candle budgeting, and I basically needed to wait until January 1st for my budget to reset. Just so that I keep myself accountable. I know it's weird to be like this oddly strict about it, but it's just something that I personally have to do to avoid going overboard. So it's what works for me. I'm not telling you that you have to do it this way. But anyway, luckily everything that I wanted was still readily available. So I was able to purchase a lot of backups of things that I really loved. I almost added a couple new to me things to my cart as well, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna focus on the things that I know that I love, get some backups in place that I know that I'm going to use this coming spring and summer specifically. I did add a couple of like fall candles in here as well, but I tried to focus mostly on things that I knew that I would use over the course of specifically this upcoming spring and summer. So I'm going to take you guys through what I picked up today. If you're interested in reading up about any of these fragrances yourself, I'll have Kringle Candle linked in the description box down below. Feel free to check them out if you're interested. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive into this haul, and I'm gonna share some good stuff with you. So the first thing that I am going to mention are the 4-wick candles that I picked up. Luckily, these were actually included in the sale, and I am personally someone who does enjoy a larger format when it comes to candles. I do recognize that not everybody loves a big Mama Jama candle. I do. I am definitely a big fan, and yeah, so I was really excited about these, and the fact that they were on a discounted price made me definitely add them to my cart pretty quickly. So I picked up, listen, I got 2 of the jelly donut. I didn't need to. I still have several jars of jelly donut in the 2-wick size in my backup stash, but I see myself going through a number of my jelly donuts this year, and this is unfortunately one of the fragrances when it comes to the Reserve line where when it runs out of stock, it takes Kringle a really long time to get it back in stock, and I always hate waiting for companies to restock things. I don't know. I can be a little bit impatient. Listen, I have my own flaws. I'm fully aware of them, and being impatient is one of those things. So this is why I have always enjoyed having a few backups of my favorites, and will continue to do so, even though I am watching my candle collection very closely at this point. So I'm fairly certain that I will go through both of these jelly donut candles at some point over the course of this spring and summer. And I will also go through several of the 2-wicks as well. I love the way that this smells, you guys. It really does smell like a jelly donut. It's delightful. It is very potent. In fact, right now I have a 2-wick jelly donut that was poured in, I'm pretty sure it's early 2024. So it's been marinating or sitting in my collection for many months at this point. When I light that one up, I have it in the family room currently. I can literally only have it lit for about 2 hours before it starts to kind of almost become too much. Like, that candle, for whatever reason, is so potent. Jelly donut has always been potent, but that particular one, I have to blow it out. And that's really saying something because I love a strong candle, but that one's a lot. So I'm kind of curious to experience this jelly donut in the 4-wick size. I hope that I can have it lit for more than an hour, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to nurse my way through both of these, and it might take me a very long time to finish them. I don't know. Also, you probably hear some snoring. Alf is in my lap, so that's what you're hearing if you have your earbuds in. Okay, I only picked up one of these because I was trying to, you know, trying to be mindful, but I do love this particular fragrance. I was really excited when this macarons, you guys, they changed it. They finally changed the label. So it used to say macaroons, and this is something that a number of us Kringle customers were kind of going back and forth with Kringle, where Kringle thought that macaroons and macarons was like interchangeable when it comes to what these cookies are. But what is on this picture here is a macaron. It is a French patisserie treat, if you will. This is not a coconut haystack, which is what a macaroon has always been in my world, and I feel like for the vast majority of us. So anyway, I was really glad that they changed the name, but I love this one. This is such a great gourmand that I think would be enjoyed by so many different people, even if maybe you're not normally into gourmand fragrances. This one I think is just such a great neutral one. So it's just delicious. It's not overly sweet either, which is what I think makes it kind of unique in the gourmand world. A lot of gourmand scents can be very, very sweet. Dare I say borderline, sorry, he is trying really hard to get comfortable here and I'm not making it easy on him. So, yeah, like a lot of gourmand fragrances can be really intensely sweet, and this one just isn't. It's really pleasant. You've got some strawberry in here. You've got a delicious pastry note. You've got some vanilla running throughout. It's just kind of the perfect level of sweetness. Listen, this is one that I would highly, highly recommend checking out if you never have. And I love that I can get it in this 4-wick format now. Like I said, I personally love a big Mama Jama candle, but I recognize it's not everybody's thing. Man, I'm so excited, not to talk about a different candle brand, but I am so excited to light up those Voluspa candles that I picked up. I love that hearth size from them. It's enormous, and it's gonna take me so long to get through those 2 candles, but I just love the look of a beefy candle. Anyway, let's go on. I picked up one of these. So this was actually not on sale. The other 2 were on sale. This was not. This is Sweet Cream. This is obviously another Reserve fragrance. This one is fantastic. I love this one. It's like strawberry whipped cream. That's exactly what this smells like. I do have, I think, 1 or 2 backups of this, but I've kind of held back on burning those backups because this is one, for whatever reason, that like took a really long time to come back. So now I feel a little bit more confident in just lighting up maybe the other 2 that I have, and then I'll stick this one towards the back and once again, let it marinate for a little while. That seems to be something that works really well for me with Kringle candles. I feel like with most candles that I have in my collection, so Bath & Body Works, Voluspa, Homeworks, Kringle, I find that the longer that I leave a candle sitting sometimes, the stronger it seems to be. But there is kind of a sweet spot with that because a lot of my like way older Bath & Body Works candles, they did start to like, the fragrance oils or whatever would start to kind of corrode the metal lids sometimes. I'm sure if you have an extensive collection, you've probably noticed that with some of your older Bath & Body Works candles. But, you know, I don't think that you should just leave your candles sitting forever. But in some cases, sometimes they do seem to increase in strength and throw. But, you know, that's not necessarily the only opinion out there regarding that. So, okay, where do I go next? Let's go with this one here. Okay, I don't know why the large 2-wick size wasn't on sale, but the medium size of the Sea Breeze fragrance was, I believe this was either $10 or $13. I can't remember. But listen, I love this fragrance. I think I have either 2 or 3 backups. I think I actually only maybe have 2. But I love this one in the summer, and I needed more of it. Listen, this one is such a good beachy fragrance. I knew that I would end up purchasing more at the beginning of the summer. And like I said, this was just a way for me to kind of stretch my candle budget for the year a little bit further by just buying this stuff now versus waiting until I finish the other 2 that I have. If you love a beachy, coconutty, true like marine salty air type of fragrance, this is so good, you guys. There's a hint of green in this as well. It is just one of the most beautiful, like I said, summery, coconutty, beachy fragrances that I've ever smelled in my life. This is heavenly, and if you've never tried it and you like that type of fragrance, you have to check this one out. The notes are coconut, ozone, fruit, green, and amber. But just think of sitting on a warm tropical beach with that marine air coming in. So you got like that, you know, saltiness in the air. Then there's this creamy coconut, this hint of like an interesting green, like a green leafy type note. It is so well done, you guys. I just adore this. Now, I figured that what I would do is probably burn the large 2-wick candles that I have in my backup stash, and then the 4 mediums that I purchased, I would put into my candle crocks, because Kringles do fit perfectly within a candle crock, especially the medium size. And something like this would definitely give me probably 2, maybe even 3 weeks of like fragrance output. That's one of the things that I really love about my Crocs is if there's something that I want as a constant background scent, they're perfect for that, because I don't actually ever turn my Crocs off. Once I put something in there, I just leave it in there until I can no longer smell the fragrance, and then I turn the Croc off. But yeah, I could not pass up the deal on these medium jars, but I was a little annoyed that the large jars were not on sale, because I feel like pretty much most things on the website were on sale. Obviously not all of the reserve candles. Some reserve candles were included, but yeah, anyway, there's that. I picked up, I love this. This was a part of my like best of 2024 when it came to Kringles. So I picked up one of these. I allowed myself one backup, the Butter Rum Cafe. Now this is one, it came out for the holidays, and I think it was a great holiday fragrance, but also I see myself also utilizing this one throughout probably the spring and summer at some point. It's so good. It's just a really delicious fragrance. So the notes are butter, nut, spice, caramel, cream, and vanilla. So there's a little bit of spice in here, but it's not necessarily like a very specific fall or a very specific holiday spice. It's just a really kind of nice, but I would say kind of heavier gourmand. That's just nice to have in the background again. I think I'm probably just gonna burn this one because the first one that I had burned really well. But yeah, this is potent. It's really strong. I had a really good performance with my first one. So I thought it'd be good to have a backup of this on hand when I'm craving it. So I got one of those. I did get a warm and toasty. Listen, I love this scent. This didn't go over well with everybody. It's kind of in the same family as Marshmallow Fireside from Bath and Body Works, but there is a like liquid smoke note in here, as well as a like charred cedar wood, in addition to that like ooey gooey sweet marshmallowy note. I really like that, but I can see where maybe specifically the smoke note might throw some people off. Again, for me, this was like great because it was just different from something that I know I already love. Like I love Marshmallow Fireside, right? Like it's one of my favorites from Bath & Body Works and has been for years. But I like that this is kind of a different take on that type of fragrance. I love this. Listen, I'm into it, but I totally get that it wasn't like everybody's cup of tea. So I hope it sticks around. But if I ever see that being clearanced out, I could see myself probably picking up at least a couple just to be able to have on hand. Because like I said, it's different. It's just a little bit more unique. Okay. Also, Pumpkin Rum Toddy. I thought this was a really good one too, you guys. It's I don't know. It's kind of basic, I guess you could say, in a way. It's like a pumpkin cider type of fragrance. It is delicious. What are the notes? Let's go through the notes. Pumpkin spice, rum, citrus fruit, butter, and vanilla. I don't know. It's just a really nice fall scent, and I loved it this last year, so I figured I would probably end up buying another one this fall. So now I have one that I can light up first thing in September when I decorate the house for fall, which seems so far away right now, but can you guys believe that January is almost over? What is happening? What is happening? Okay, and last but not least, and the irony of me picking up country candles, but I did get some country candles, specifically Christmas time in the city, because obviously I fell in love with this one this year, this past year. This was another one that was on my best of 2024 list that I shared a little bit earlier in the month. Christmas time in the city is just such a stunner of a fragrance. It's so interesting, so unique. Here's the thing, I think that I could actually enjoy this at other points of the year as well, which is why I got four. I got four of these. So with Country Candle going away, yeah, I'm glad that I got these four. I made this purchase before that announcement was made, and so yeah, I'm glad that I got these. I might, depending on when, you know, when potentially clearance sales start happening for Country Candle products, I might pick up one or two more, but it is my greatest hope and wish, and please, Kringle gods, if you could keep this fragrance around and bring it over to the classic jar, it would be greatly appreciated. I just think this is such an underrated fragrance that for the longest time was kind of like off my radar, but once I tried it, I just absolutely fell in love. So the notes on this one, they're kind of extensive here. So we've got cinnamon, clove, aromatic lavender. I know, lavender. I hate lavender. I don't hate it in here, and I can actually smell it. This is lavender done right. Cardamom, rhubarb, blackberry, dewberry, geranium, nutmeg, cypress, fir balsam, labdanum, and cedarwood. There is so much going on in this specific fragrance, but whichever perfumer came up with this at Kringle, I want to give you the biggest high five, because this is an absolute delight. And I definitely don't want to be without it going forward, like during the holidays. Like, this to me is now going to be a holiday staple. But again, I also kind of see myself wanting to burn this at other times of the year, which is so interesting because I'm such a seasonal burner. Normally I don't do that at all, but this one is just so, it's just so different. And it burns so well. This was probably the strongest country candle that I've had. I don't know, Country Candle for me has never been the strongest. I personally, and there's a difference of opinion about this, but I personally get more strength and throw out of the classic jars than I did the Country Candle jars. So that is just my experience. That's not to tell you that you're gonna have the same experience, but yeah, this one actually, however, performed incredibly well. And I just love the scent. So I have four backups, and that's good. I will enjoy them, and we'll see when things start being clearanced out if I decide to sacrifice a little bit more of my budget. Now, for the most part, my candle budget this year is really intended to purchase new things, brands that I haven't tried before, fragrances from existing beloved brands that I haven't tried before. So yeah, listen, it's a limited budget and I have to figure out, you know, the best way to spend it. But I really figured that it was probably good for me to spend a little bit of that towards the beginning of the year to save some money with this after Christmas sale. So let me know what you picked up during the Kringle after holiday sale, or end of year clearance sale, if you will, in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you're new. Alf is leaving. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.